Today I'm comparing two bags by Bottega Veneta, the Veneta Hobo and the Belly Veneta Hobo. Hello and welcome. I am jewelry designer Jill Maurer. I talk a lot about jewelry on this channel, but I also talk about other aspects of design. And a lot of times we're in my closet and I'm talking about luxury handbags. Today I'm comparing two different Bottega Veneta Hobos. Mine are both large. They're in the large size and they are the Veneta Hobo and the Belly Veneta Hobo. The first one is this Belly Veneta Hobo. It's in the large. I haven't worn it enough that I really feel like I can do a review on this bag yet, but I did do an unboxing, which I will put right there if you would like to see that. And I am comparing that with my large Veneta Hobo. And this bag I have had for quite some time. I have done a review on this bag. I will also link that up there and I will link both videos below. When shopping for these, especially online, it may not be obvious what the differences are. So I'm going to share those with you now. They're both called large, but this one is bigger than this one. When you look online, you'll see different widths and different heights, and I don't know if that's because people have measured them differently or in different years if they just do measure a little differently, because Bottega has been doing these two bags for quite some time. The large is usually measured at anywhere between 18 and 18 3/4 inches wide, and anywhere from 10 3/4 to 11 3/4 inches long. And the Belly Hobo is about 2 inches longer and taller. I'm going to try to put these together for you. I should put this one in front. So you can see that this one is longer. The black is the belly, and in part that is due to its shape, which I'll talk about in a minute. Let's take a quick look at each and then I'll compare the two. This is the Veneta Hobo. This is a very flat bag. I'll do a 360 of it for you. Here's the front, here's the side, the back, the bottom, and the top here. This bag is a very, very flat bag. It makes it very, very easy to pack, which is one of the things I love about this. You can just put it flat in your suitcase. It has a zipper on the top. It opens like this. The drop they state also varies a lot, but I do think they often measure like this. There's a lot of room here. It comfortably goes over your shoulder. So that is a quick look at the Veneta Hobo. Do notice how flat it is. That's one of the biggest differences between the two bags. This is the Belly Veneta Hobo, and as you'll see, the biggest difference is these pleats here at the bottom. It has a slightly different shape. It's more of a rounded shape here, and then it also has these pleats. And these pleats, I was thinking it would make a good corset, but the pleats are pretty big. You can see how they're dented out there, and then when I do it that way, they're dented in here. See how the whole bag is concave this way and convex this way. This is a big bag, it's hard to manage. Let me give you a 360 of this one. Here's the front. Here's the side, here's the back, the other side, the bottom, and the top. So overall, it does have a similar shape, but it's more rounded, it is larger, it's about 2 inches wider and 2 inches taller. It does still have this nice long drop. It has the zipper at the top. And they both have this smooth handle too at the top. They kind of feel like just one big piece. There's not a lot of hardware. Has this beautiful intrecciato, I think it's pronounced, woven leather. They are similar, but they do have their differences. So the first big difference I would say is the shape when you look at them. If you look at them both, this is a little bit hard to do, but you can see that this one has much more of a rectangular shape when it's empty and flat, and this one has a much rounder shape when it's empty and flat. The handles I would say are similar, the zippers I would say are similar, the weave is similar. The biggest difference is the pleats in this bag and the difference in shape. These are both empty here, but on the body they have a slightly different shape as well. This one does puff out quite a bit when it's full, but it still has sort of that rectangular shape with a little curve on the bottom, whereas this one is much, much rounder, even when full. In the same size, the belly bag will hold more than the hobo. In the large, neither one of those is a constraint for me. I don't carry that much in my bag, and I like the sort of drapey feel this bag has with not too much in it. This one does the same. It's also very pretty without too much in it, but you can stuff them. You can stuff them both. They will both hold a laptop computer, at least my little Mac Air. They will both hold that, and they will hold much more than I need. They are similar in almost every way. The three biggest differences are the size, this one is bigger, the shape, this one is rounder, and the pleating. And that pleating allows for this bag to get really much wider. So here's this one sort of poofed out. It gets really big and kind of bulbous because of that pleating. This one spreads out for sure, but it doesn't have that kind of bulbous look. This is kind of a cleaner, sleeker look, and this one is a curvier, more ample and full kind of look. There's another shot of that sort of, wide. So those are the biggest differences. I would say that they both have the same advantages and disadvantages, which I will have talked about in the video for this. What I will say though is this one isn't going to pack quite as well, whereas this one will lay completely flat in a suitcase and just really comes down to nothing, or even just as storage, just storing this. It doesn't take up a lot of space if you don't stuff it. This one has shape. Even when it's lying down, it wants to sort of have a shape. So, I mean, you could still pack it because you could just stuff clothes and things under it, but it isn't going to pack flat like the other bag. And that's really the only disadvantage I would say this one has over the other one. Not that I've used it enough to really know yet. This one will hold more, so if you really need it to hold a lot more, this one will hold more, which isn't a constraint for me. But if you're looking at it maybe in the medium size, maybe it is. Maybe that does make a difference for you. And you may have a preference between one shape over the other. I think they're both equally as classic. They're both equally as elegant. And I think really just whichever one appeals to you more, or maybe just the one that you find. If you are buying pre-loved, especially as I did, it may just be the one that you're able to find in the condition and in the color that you would like. If you liked this video, please like it and share it. And if you have any questions for me about either of these bags or how they compare with each other, just let me know in the comments below. And please do subscribe. I would love to see you again. Until next time.